As you grow in your leadership journey and become a leader who's leading lines of businesses or who's leading an enterprise, you will soon find that your time and attention becomes a premium. It is in demand from various stakeholders, which means that one meeting or one moment you're talking about a particular thing, the next moment you're talking about completely different thing, and in an hour you're talking about completely different thing. Some may require you to be in the problem solving mode, some may require you to be in the coaching mode, some may require you to be in the mentor mode, some may require you to be in terms of a mechanic, to function like a mechanic. Some context might require you to just listen in and take no action or do no action and allow people to kind of solve their own problems. It is very, very difficult to be able to switch these contexts. So one of the ways that I have realized that good leaders do this is that after every meeting they take maybe a minute and a half, 90 seconds pause to ground themselves. What do I mean by ground themselves? They may, some probably take deep breaths. Some may do box breathing. I mean, there is a lot of content available in terms of box breathing. You inhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds, and again inhale, exhale, hold and exhale for 5 seconds each. So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is for them to kind of use some form of a context switching mechanism. So for example, I know one of my earlier mentor used to have this rubber band that he would hold in his hand, just like this one that I have. And after every time he wanted to switch context, he would either pinch himself or actually move the rubber band to his other hand or remove it and put it out, depending upon which mode he wants to be in. So for every physical location that the rubber band was or the ring was, it put his mindset in a different context. So some was for him to problem solve, some was for him to mentor, some was for him to remind to be a coach and not necessarily give all the answers. Some leaders I know, they try to batch things. So for example, when their EAs schedule their calendar blocks, they make sure that they are able to chunk similar issues or similar topics together. So if you have a good EA or an executive assistant who is capable of understanding whatever is happening and whoever is demanding your time and what is it that their demand is for and what role do you plan to play in that meeting, can chunk it together, there is nothing better than that. If not, each one of us needs to find our own way of learning how to switch the context and show up as the person that people need us to show up as. It is not easy, comes with practice, deliberate practice. It is something that we need to learn. We need to learn as we grow into bigger and bigger leadership roles. You can also take a 2-minute break to kind of you listen to music. So I know, for example, one of my friend, between every meeting, he takes that 30 seconds, 1 minute to listen to a song that puts him, or that erases the previous context and puts him in a neutral phase, so that when he enters the next meeting, he can decide what role he wants to play and how he wants to show up, and can actually show up as the way that he is needed in that particular meeting. Irrespective of which method you follow, it is important that as a leader who is leading either lines of businesses or an enterprise, you need to show up as the right person with the right mindset in every single meeting. The ability to switch context and switch your mindset becomes the sole differentiator between an average leader and a great leader. Think about it. Take care.